Have you ever learned a new English word, felt confident for a moment, and then just a few hours later it quietly disappeared from your mind? It feels almost like trying to hold water in your hands. You try to keep it, but somehow it slips away. And in that moment, many people start believing something is wrong with them. They think, maybe my memory is weak, maybe I am not good at learning. But let me gently tell you something important. There is nothing wrong with you. Your mind is not weak. It is simply not trained in the right way yet. Memory is not a gift that only a few people have. It is a skill. And like every skill, it grows when you understand it and practice it with care. So today, we're not just learning how to remember words, we're learning how to work with the mind, not against it. Take a moment and imagine your mind as a quiet room. Every word you learn is like a guest entering that room. Now, here's the truth most people don't realize. If the room is noisy, crowded, and full of distraction, the guest will not stay long. It will come, look around, and quietly leave. But if the room is calm, welcoming, and focused, the guest feels comfortable, and it stays. This is why the very first step in remembering word meanings is something very simple, but very powerful. You must give your full attention. When you learn a word, don't rush. Don't let your mind wander. Sit with it. Look at it slowly. Say it softly. Feel it. Because memory begins with attention. Without attention, nothing stays. You may notice something in your own life. When you talk to someone with real interest, you remember their words easily. But when you listen half-heartedly, even simple things are forgotten. Words behave the same way. They stay where they feel valued. Now, let us move a little deeper. Many people try to memorize words directly. They repeat again and again, this word means this word means this. But after some time, the meaning fades. Why does this happen? Because the brain does not like empty information. It does not like things that have no meaning or connection. It needs understanding. Think about this. If someone speaks to you in a language you don't understand, can you remember it? It becomes just sound. But the moment you understand, even a little, it becomes alive. So instead of forcing your mind to memorize, gently ask yourself, what does this word really mean? Explain it in your own simple way. Even if your explanation is not perfect, it is yours, and the brain remembers what feels personal. For example, if you learn the word brave, don't just say brave means not afraid. Pause for a moment and think of a person you know who faced something difficult. Maybe a friend who spoke the truth. Maybe a moment when you tried something new even though you were scared. That feeling, that story becomes the meaning. And slowly, the word is no longer just a word. It becomes an experience. Now, let us make this even more beautiful. The human mind loves pictures. It remembers images far more easily than plain words. This is why sometimes you forget a name, but you remember a face very clearly. So when you learn a new word, don't keep it dry. Give it color. Give it shape. Give it life. If the word is hungry, don't just think of the meaning. Imagine a person holding their stomach, looking at food, feeling that deep emptiness. If the word is fast, imagine a running train or a flying bird. The more vivid the picture, the stronger the memory. Even funny or strange images work better. The mind enjoys what is unusual, and what the mind enjoys, it keeps. You can even create small stories, simple, playful stories, because stories give direction to memory. They create a path, and once the brain finds a path, it walks it again easily. Now, there is something very gentle but powerful I want you to notice. Learning is not about pressure, it is about connection. When you feel pressure, your mind closes, but when you feel curious, your mind opens. And this is very important because memory grows in openness, not in stress. So instead of saying, I must remember this word, try saying, let me understand this word. Let me feel it. This small change in your inner voice creates a big change in your learning. And now, let us talk about something that many people ignore, but it quietly controls everything: repetition. Not the kind of repetition where you force yourself to repeat something 50 times in one sitting. That often makes the mind tired. Instead, gentle repetition over time is what truly builds memory. Think about your favorite song. You didn't memorize it in one day. You heard it again and again, on different days, in different moods, and slowly it became part of you. Words work the same way. Learn a word today. Look at it again tomorrow. Then after a few days. Then after a week. Each time you return to it, your brain strengthens the path. It becomes easier, more natural. This is how memory moves from short-term to long-term, not through force, but through rhythm. And there is one more beautiful habit that can quietly change everything: writing. When you write a word by hand, something different happens inside you. Your mind slows down. Your focus deepens. You are not just seeing the word, you are creating it. Your hand, your eyes, your thoughts all come together, and this creates a stronger memory. Even if you write just one line or one sentence using that word, it becomes more real, more yours. You are not just learning anymore, you are building. And slowly, very slowly, something changes inside you. You begin to notice that words are not slipping away like before. They are staying. They are returning to you when you need them. And that gives you a quiet confidence. Not loud, not forced, but deep and steady. Because now you are not chasing memory, you are understanding it. By now, you have already begun to see something very important. Remembering words is not about forcing your brain. It is about guiding it gently. It is about creating a relationship with what you learn. And in this next part, we will go even deeper into the small habits that quietly turn weak memory into strong memory. There is a beautiful secret that many people overlook, and that secret is teaching. At first, it may feel strange. You might think, how can I teach when I am still learning? But the truth is, teaching is not about being perfect, it is about expressing. When you try to explain a word to someone else, even if that someone is just yourself, something powerful happens. Your mind begins to organize the information. It searches for clarity. It tries to make things simple. And in that process, the word becomes clearer to you. Imagine you learn a word like confident. Now, instead of keeping it inside your mind, you say it out loud. Confident means when you believe in yourself, when you are not afraid to speak or act. In that moment, you are not just remembering, you are building understanding. And something else quietly happens too. You start noticing the gaps. Maybe you feel, I'm not fully sure about this meaning. And that is not failure, that is awareness. And awareness is the beginning of deeper learning. You can even speak in front of a mirror, or explain the word as if you were teaching a small child. Keep it simple, keep it honest. The simpler you make it, the stronger it becomes inside you. Now let us gently explore another beautiful idea. Your brain loves patterns. It feels safe when things are connected. When information is scattered, it becomes difficult to remember. But when you link things together, memory becomes easier. So instead of learning words separately, start connecting them. For example, if you learn the words happy, joy, and smile, don't keep them isolated. See them as a small family. Imagine a person smiling, feeling joy, being happy. Now these words are not alone anymore. They support each other. This is how your mind builds a network, like a web. And the stronger the web, the easier it is to catch new words and keep them. You may slowly begin to notice something. The more connections you create, the less effort you need to remember. Now, let us talk about something very gentle but very honest. Forgetting. Yes, forgetting is not your enemy. It is part of the process. Many people become frustrated when they forget. They say, "I learned this yesterday, why can't I remember it today?" And in that moment, they judge themselves. But forgetting is not failure, it is a signal. It's your mind saying, "I need to see this again. I need to feel this again." So instead of feeling upset, simply return to the word. Look at it again. Understand it again. Use it again. Every time you come back, the memory becomes stronger. It's like walking on a path in a field. The first time, the grass is tall, the path is unclear. But if you walk again and again, slowly a clear path appears. That path is your memory. And this is why consistency matters so deeply. Not big effort once, but small effort again and again. Even if you learn just 5 words a day, but you review them daily, speak them, write them, feel them, you will grow faster than someone who tries to learn 50 words once and forgets them. Slow learning becomes deep learning. Now let us bring one more powerful tool into your journey: emotion. The mind remembers what it feels. If a word touches you, if it connects with your life, it stays longer. So whenever you learn a word, ask yourself softly, where have I felt this in my life? If the word is fear, remember a moment when you were afraid. If the word is excited, remember a time when your heart was full of energy and joy. When you connect words with your own life, they stop being foreign. They become part of your story. And your brain never forgets your story. Now pause for a moment and reflect quietly. Think about how you have been learning till now. Maybe you were rushing. Maybe you were memorizing without feeling. Maybe you were judging yourself for forgetting. And that's okay. Truly okay. Because now you are learning a new way, a softer way, a deeper way. A way where you observe your mind instead of fighting it. A way where curiosity replaces pressure. A way where learning becomes something alive, something meaningful, something yours. And slowly, you will notice a change not just in your memory, but in your confidence. Words will begin to come to you more easily. You will start using them naturally. And most importantly, you will trust your ability to learn. Because now you understand something very few people understand. Memory is not about how strong your brain is. It is about how gently and wisely you use it. So as you continue your journey, keep this in your heart. Give attention. Seek understanding. Create pictures. Repeat with patience. Teach what you learn. Connect words together. And allow yourself to forget and remember again. This is not just a method. This is a way of learning that stays with you for life. And the most beautiful part, the more you practice this, the more your mind opens, not just to words, but to understanding yourself. Because in the end, learning words is not only about language, it is about becoming more aware, more patient, more connected with your own mind. And that is where real growth begins. Arrow.